Hi, Sam. So I'm gonna start the reading, and just a heads up, my daughter's in the other room, so you may hear her from time to time, but I love her energy being around anyway, so we're gonna start it because I want to get this over to you. Okay, I'm just gonna use the singing bowl to. I have a brand new deck that I love, and I'm gonna clear the space. So you're gonna hear this bowl, okay? Spirit guides. My divine masters that are with me, my ascended masters, my spirit guides, my angels, I ask you to be here today to set sacred space for Sam Hazen, for her reading, to give her guidance, pure form. Okay. So this is the Mother Peace Round Tarot, and it's just has some really amazing it's kind of a combination of oracle and a traditional tarot deck. So currently right now at the bottom I just saw the Two of Swords. So it's almost as if, the energy that you're in is a decision of coming out of something that was has been very dark for you. It's kept you, you're trying to maintain your balance between being grounded, but you keep getting pulled to this energy of having to make a decision in your life of where you're headed next, possibly. Whether you're going to stay in a state of confusion of the situation that you've been in the past, possibly. But you also have this really beautiful sense of trying to stay grounded through this whole thing that you're experiencing, which is beautiful. Okay. Sam. Oh, okay. interesting, it came up again. So the moon card is at the bottom of the spread. So it's the root energy to what we're feeling here. When the moon energy is here, it's about the unknown. Something needs to come to light for you. You know, there may have been secrets withheld from you in the past. This is also, the moon card is also could be dealing with a Piscean energy. But what we're seeing is it's very similar to the card I just showed you. Is there's, you know, the moon's up here, and in the Two of Swords that I just showed you when I was starting to shuffle, it's about trying to come into clarity of what was hidden from you in your past. And it's interesting because the Pachamama symbol is right here. Again, grounding yourself into this energy. So if you're staying grounded right now, I feel like that's a huge plus. So whatever you do to ground yourself, it's for me it's yoga or meditation. But grounding yourself is going to give you these the clarity that you're seeking, okay? Out of like this state of unclarity that you've been in. Because your recent energy is just a lot of, it's the Nine of Wands energy. So the Nine of Wands is all about having to stand your ground, about what you're passionate about. This could be, you feel really depleted. This is the wounded warrior, something they were really passionate about, and they just feel like it, they don't have a lot of energy right now left in them to fight. But again, the secretive card comes out because the High Priestess means that you have an inner knowing. But this also can indicate that there was some sort of secret again that wasn't really brought to light to you. And you gave a lot of energy towards a connection that just depleted you, but maybe, and we'll clarify this in a little bit, but this can mean two things. It can mean that they want you to step into your High Priestess ability, which is having the ability to trust your intuition, your inner knowing. But I'm picking up on this energy that this has to do with what defeated you. And so again, something wasn't illuminated and you kept fighting for it and fighting for it and fighting for it. But underneath it, there was something not being said to you. And it caused you to just run out of energy, really. Because there was a lot of choices in this energy. The Seven of Cups means, where am I going to put my cup of love kind of thing? Where am I going to put my emotions towards? There's a lot of options here. So I feel like there were a lot of options for whatever reason, whether it was on your side or their side of your love interest, but the options were there and that it was being kept from you. Those options may have not have been disclosed. And then we have, in your recent past, the Queen of Swords energy, which is the energy of letting go of what no longer serves you energy. This also indicates somebody in separation, a divorce or a separation, because of the fact that it wasn't serving their higher good, and that this is the experience that you had in your recent past, was you had to let go of someone. I feel again because you tried to fight for it, but the energy that's crossing that is really secretive energy. So maybe they weren't disclosing to you everything that was that would have helped you release this person a little bit easier. And in your current moment, it's like this is the energy that you're focusing on is your foundation, rebuilding your foundation. Where are you going to be? Like, who are you going to collaborate with? Who are you going to partner with? Who are you going to build your home with? And if you notice, there's a giant hole right here. It's almost like, I feel like there was a wall that maybe there was a slight glimpse of what you caught of something wasn't quite what it seemed to be, and now you're rehashing this energy. And was there another person involved? Because there's 3 here. Okay, the 3 of Pentacles. It's like one woman standing down here holding the brick in her hand while the other one's being escorted up the ladder by the masculine energy. So I feel intuitively that you're thinking about, well, what is it that I didn't know about? Was there another person that I wasn't aware of? But you know what's cool to me is that in your near future the tower is reversed. So if this would have been upright, this means that you're about to, your foundation's about to be swiped out from under your feet. What you thought was your stability. And when the tower hits, it can hit in different ways. It can come in really suddenly and it's painful. But the reason why the tower comes in is so that we can rebuild on a firm foundation. So if something's faulty, it will get taken out. If the tower's in reverse, it means this has happened. So in your future, you're going to be addressing the fact that you are coming out of a tower moment that left you really exhausted, and it was over something that was kind of secretive, possibly. But the thing about the tower is that it gives you the opportunity to start your life again. It gives you a fresh start, okay? Your energy right now is the 9 of Swords. So the 9 of Swords is when you have a lot of sleepless nights. There's so much confusion going on in your mind at night. Like, this card to me always indicates just a lot of things going through your head. And it almost can keep you up at night. It does. It's like what you've been through. Can you see her? She's laying down here. She's in the bed, like with her hands over her eyes, going, what the hell just happened? Like, where there's all these thoughts going through your head, like, how come it didn't work out? Or was there a wrench in this situation? Like, it seemed something that I was building and hoping for just was shot down almost. There's just so many different energies in this card. So right now you're currently in a state of anxiety, possible depression of over like this setting that didn't come to fruition. And the energy around you is the Page of Pentacles. So the Page of Pentacles means that there may be people around you giving you messages or insight to what you didn't know, like, because you couldn't see through the trees, but there's messages coming in that's helping you figure out your aim and your focus and what it is. Maybe there's an answer coming in for you of why all this went down, and you're able to look at this maybe now in a different way, because now from the messages you're going to be receiving from these other people in your environment, it's going to give you more clarity. It's going to help you choose that aim. Your hopes and fears is, again, another page. This is a Page of Wands. It's like your hopes and fears, are these messages really truthful? Or are they just playful energy that comes in to disrupt my life? And the Joker's here in the middle. So are these messages truthful? It was in the reverse position. So I feel like, yes, the messages you're getting are truthful, but you're fearing this truth coming into clarity for you, because it was in the opposite direction. And again, it's like the Eight of Swords energy, it creates this feeling of self-imposed mental conflict almost. It's like you're going to be getting messages. Are they real? Are they not? And it's interesting because these two birds are up here watching you try to break down to get to the truth, to get out of this bondage you've been in over this situation that's possibly held you back. But it's something that you can easily get out of when in a traditional tarot deck we see it. This one's a little bit more tricky. So yeah, you may be getting information that's a little bit tricky to decipher, and it may make you feel like you're in a state of confusion again. So I'm going to pull out the traditional deck now, and I'm going to start clarifying these cards, okay? So bear with me for just a second. I'm going to clarify, okay? Let's see. Clarify. Yeah, you feel like your love offer, or your love that you were giving to someone, was it wasn't reciprocated, and you were almost like duped. That's how I'm feeling. I just saw that. And it's caused you a lot of pain. And in terms of like, where do I go next? Okay, let's go. Okay, so the Emperor card shows up. This to me is the Divine Masculine card on the deck, but it's also someone that could be Aries, fire sign, someone that's really controlling. And it came up with the Ace of Pentacles. So I'm clarifying these cards, but those came out as the main energy. So let me see what this offer was. I feel like the deception came because somebody offered you, whoa. Okay, I'm starting to see it now. Okay, so someone has walked away from a situation that originally, prior to the walking away, there was an offer, a tangible offer for either a new home or a higher level of commitment in love, but it came to a completion. And it had to do with the home. Again, Three of Pentacles is here, which is the same card. Okay, so we're getting recurring cards, but the energy is saying that, yeah, there was an offer of a new beginning in love and something really tangible that came to a completion, and it had to do with your home. And Sam, I hate to say this, but I keep seeing threes. So I don't know. This can mean a couple things. Because we have 3 threes on the board right now. So either there was another party involved, or that shifted this energy and basically had somebody walk away. Yeah, because there was a choice. There was a choice. Somebody had to make a decision on which way to go, and they decided to walk away. But we want to see about what the future energy is bringing. So let me put these back. I want to talk about, let's talk about the future. Okay. Let's go put these away. I want to talk about Sam's future, guys. Please. Okay. Future for Sam. What does her future look like? Sam's future. Her advice. What's coming towards Sam in life? Her future. What will come? Okay. Okay. Another 3 just showed up. So your future does hold heartache. Okay? It holds heartache, but it's there is something coming in that's going to bring you hope. And the pentacle, this is the again, the Page of Pentacles. Well, this is actually the Knight of Pentacles. So you're going to start over, you're starting fresh, but you're coming out of heartache. And that's beautiful. You're going to be doing a lot of healing, inner healing work. This actually means not only are you doing the healing work, but you're going to be gifted some sort of wish fulfillment. When we see the Star card, this can actually mean some sort of Aquarius energy too around you. So this was at the bottom of the deck. Again, repeating cards for your future. So the Star energy is here twice. So the healing is going to happen over the heartache. And it feels like, yeah, I mean, there was some sort of commitment that you had with someone. There may have been a child involved in that situation. The deception is going to be ending around this energy, because this is, again, in the reverse. My cards are typically not in the reverse, but upright. This means the deception's happening. In the reverse, this means someone could be coming back with an apology, actually, over the hurt that came in, over the heartache that was caused from the offer that didn't come to fruition. Try not to hold on to feeling left out in the cold. This energy will just delay your healing, okay? When we do the healing work and we do the inner work, what can happen is then the things that are, once that lesson's learned and we can acknowledge it for what it was and release it, then we're able to then the gifts can come in. And justice can come in. Oh, I just saw this on the deck. I love this card. This is actually a Libra on the Major Arcana. So this is, when it's a major card like this means that this is destined for you. You will have justice over this situation, okay? Karmic justice will come in. And the Four of Wands just popped out. So there is some sort of union that will come out of this. It has to do with your home. Has to do with a higher level of commitment. Karmic justice. Can you tell me more about the Four of Wands, please, in her future? Who's the Four of Wands with in her future? Four of Wands, please, for Sam. They want, hold on. They're telling me to shuffle again. Four of Wands for Sam. Four of Wands. It's an end to the heartbreak that's what I just saw. The three of swords, there's a completion to that pain of being backstabbed. The 10 came up. You come into this feeling of where you really start to try to manifest your emotional stability and your emotional love. So a heartfelt, unconditional love connection is the Queen of Cups. It's water energy. With the Four of Wands came up. So we all have masculine and feminine energy. The person that is connected to this healing and your home and you know, maybe a higher level of commitment has a lot of water in their charts. Yeah, and then the spying on, kind of the lurking energy will come to a completion. So if you're looking over your shoulder at somebody, what they're doing, or they're looking at you, that comes to a completion. Wow, this came out again. The deception. I feel like whatever was the deception comes to light. Oh my God, a star card. It's illuminated. So your wish fulfillment is coming. Okay, I can't make this up. So yeah, I feel like whoever you were involved with before is coming to a completion because it came over on their energy. This is your energy. Well, that's cool. Okay. There will be some sort of new beginning for you. The Empress energy came out. The Empress energy is all about you doing the healing work to get to the point where you can harness all the energies of all the queens. So she looks over, basically, she contains all of the different cards, energies of the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Queen of Wands. She contains all that energy. She's nurturing. She's could be also indicative of pregnancy coming in for you. Again, secrets that caused you mental conflict in the past. You're going to take control of those. When I clarified the Four of Wands, the Two of Cups comes up. So soulmate energy. So there is a soulmate coming into your life that won't be deceptive. I feel like it comes in after you do this internal healing work of kind of what you've been through. Okay. So now I'm shifting over to the Oracle deck, the wisdom of the Oracle that Colette and read. That I love. Let me keep your energy here. Okay. Alright. So, Spirit, can you tell me for Sam what she needs to know about what's coming for her in her future? Whoa. Okay. You're in a process of regenerating. This is a beautiful card again. It's really indicative of the Tower moment has happened that we talked about earlier, and you're rising up from the ashes, but there's going to be a lot of healing process that you're going through right now, but you are regenerating. You are going to come out of the fiery ashes. When we come out of those ashes, this new growth comes in. And the new growth that's going to come in for you is truly a soulmate energy, is the Two of Cups. Okay? Yeah. It's soul tribe. It's part of your tribe that comes in. When we do our inner work, our true soulmates, that are our soul pod that we're here to reincarnate with. Whether you want to call that your soulmate or a twin flame or, a divine counterpart, this is where they actually will enter in after we've gone through this heartache and pain and we've done the work. When we realize that, okay, so this person hurt me and really did a number on me, and I feel sorrow and remorse. That's okay to feel that energy, but it's then what we do with that energy through the healing process that literally then says to the universe, we're ready for the true love to come in. Okay, true love always will come in if we don't repeat the cycle, right? If we don't go back. So say this person comes in and tries to come back and get you back kind of thing, and you find out that maybe there was somebody else involved in the situation, and you choose to give them another chance. Sometimes what that will do is it'll delay the true soulmate to come in. Okay? And that's hard to hear. Trust me. I'm personally going through it again. So I know it's hard to hear, but don't feel like you're alone. Yeah, you feel like you've been orphaned. You feel like you've really been left out in the cold. And that energy again is okay, because everything that glitters is not gold. And we may put these people on pedestals and think that that was our person, but they were wearing a mask. And when the masks come off, then the truth is revealed. And then it says time to go. So I feel like this ended for a reason. This person wasn't for your higher good. It was a ticking time bomb waiting to happen. So we've got timing here on the board. And this leads again to your ultimate happiness. After you go through the pain and go through the regeneration, it's almost like when I go through this energy, and let me finish. Sorry. And then the happy leads you to Treasure Island. It's a really slow going process, but when you get there, it's really worth the swim, the long journey. It's a long journey. And some of us live it earlier in our lives, get there earlier in our lives, even though it's a long journey. I didn't start this progress that you're having now until I was in my 40s. So it's a blessing when this comes in early in our lives. If we can truly recognize that this is for our higher good, what's happening to us, and allow the masks to come off and allow the heartache to heal, and then the soulmates can truly come in and nurture us and bring the abundance and the love that we really want in our lives, and have this new beginning that you can have a family with and start something fresh with. New Empress, all about creation, new energy. She is the divine feminine on the deck. Okay. So I feel like you may have felt like this person was your divine counterpart, but I don't feel that your divine counterpart is here quite yet. Okay. Because they showed up together. Let me check something really quick. Is this energy her divine masculine? No. So it's saying that the Emperor on the board is not the divine masculine. That will be this soulmate connection. So whoa, okay. I'm over the Two of Cups. Is this Two of Cups energy still coming? Is it in her future? Is it in her future? Yes. Is it someone from her past coming back? No. Does it lead to marriage? Yes. Okay. So after you're done with all this healing work, and after you've gone through this pain and you've cycled the pain. So that's what I was going to say earlier. Think of it as a cow. So cows are really spiritual in the sense that they represent us having to mulch the pain, and then we literally regenerate from it. And when we regenerate from it, the new growth can come in. How we regenerate is different for everyone, but it always is really beautiful when people can find their own way to connect to source and to connect to God, but then yet stay grounded. So, you may have a touch of shaman in you, which is beautiful, because I heavily believe in working with the elements. So if you want any sort of guidance on different techniques I use to ground myself, you can do it with fire, you can do it with earth, Pachamama's earth, the earth energy between the middle of the earth and the stars. You can ground yourself through water. Okay, so fire, earth, and water are the grounding elements that we use in the shaman world. And when you can do that, when you use these different ways to help absorb that pain, the earth will take the pain. It'll help mulch it. It'll help dissolve it. It turns it into fertilizer. Seriously. And then the growth comes back in. And so I think that's probably where I would want to leave this for you. You have something really beautiful in your future coming in that does lead to marriage. It is a soulmate. It is a divine counterpart. There will not be deception any longer as long as you continue to move forward in your progress. Don't go back. Don't keep rehashing the past. I mean, it's hard to say that, and it's easier to say it than to do it. That's what I'm trying to say. Don't rehash the past. Continue to focus on you. Continue to focus on the rebirth that's coming into your life. This regeneration from the tower moment that you just had. Something that came through was, it looked really shiny and bright, but it definitely didn't come to fruition, and it caused a lot of pain. And regardless of why that pain was there, or why it didn't come to fruition, don't focus on that. It's not worth your energy. When we feed it that energy, then we're feeding their energy, and it depletes us. Okay? So my advice would be to focus on you. Try as much as you can to get out of that mental mode of overthinking what went wrong, and start doing some practices to purge that energy into the earth and let it take you there. Okay? My phone's about to die on me. So I'm gonna leave it there, but then say next week, let's do a quick follow-up reading, and I'll give that to you. Okay? I'll just gift it to you. So I'm gonna end it here, and I hope you're doing good. Just get out. If you can go out and get outside and do some grounding work with just walking around barefoot on some grass, sitting by a big old tree, I can send you this really cool ritual that we do, and it's really simple. It's a cleansing, grounding ritual. And I think on Sunday night, we're actually going to do it for the virtual group we're doing. So maybe try to jump on Sunday night if you can. If not, I'll send it to you. Okay? All right, Sam. Times are tough right now for so many people, including myself. So you're not alone in this. Okay? Trust me. Energy is shifting. All right, I'll talk to you soon.